Hi everyone. I wanted to talk about communicating with animals again today. I have Luigi who's sleeping peacefully on my lap. Last video I had to literally speak through the pain and try to channel the information clearly, so that really was a challenge. So hopefully today he'll give us peace. Um, I was thinking about what would be useful to share in terms of um, animals and their health and well-being and being able to understand them and being able to love them and take care of them to the best of our ability. Um, this is by no means anything that isn't other than communicating with animals. I'm not a vet and I don't have any degrees or qualifications related to the health of an animal. So just to bear that in mind, and it's just more an ability that I have to communicate, and so I'm just sharing that. So please, be sensible and take what feels right and leave what doesn't. Um, Sometimes I was speaking to a friend that had a dog that was very restless and itchy and had eczema and was just not happy at all. And I said to her that the house was there was a lot going on at the moment, and the house was very stressed. And next time you have an argument with somebody in the house, or you fight with a partner, or anything's happening, have a look at how your dog reacts to it. I've seen dogs get very scared. They get really frightened. They'll either go into a corner. All that energy and energy in a home, a dog really does soak up into their body, or any animal. And they're little, so they've got a small space to take it all in. And we don't think about that. We're not really mindful of our lives for ourselves, or our children or animals. Like, obviously people do the best that they can do. I do the best that I can do. By no means having these high standards for myself, but I try to be aware. Of course, we're going to, things are going to happen, but um, the way we are in our environment, everything that is connected to us or in our environment, the people that we care about absorb our energy, and as we absorb their energy. And pets are no different. It's almost they love sponges that soak everything up. So whether we're happy, they take that in. When we're sad, they take that in. When we're frustrated, they take that in. It's almost as if they share our burdens and our joys, and they don't become us in a way, but they mirror us, especially horses. But your pets take everything that you are in, and they hold and share that with us. And I was thinking about my friend who has this dog who was really anxious and scratching and just unsettled, uncomfortable in his skin. And I asked her, what was going on in her home at the time. And, there was a lot of stress and a lot of fighting, and she was going through many changes. And, she began to kind of cry because she felt like she didn't want to be doing this to her dog, and she thought it was her fault. And I mean, this is not to make people, responsible or to feel bad. I mean, there's enough people in the world that will project their negativity onto you and make you feel bad. We don't want to go there. It's not about feeling bad. It's about feeling empowered, to do what you can do, to be aware of the things that affect our animals, and what you can do to change that. And one of the things that I said to her is, in the morning and in the night, Luigi, he loves classical music. He loves relaxation music, or music that's really happy. And just to take some time to put on music in the home. It can just be on while you're doing your other things, or to take time just to sit with them first thing in the morning, almost like a meditation for yourself and for your pet, and to just sit with the classical music, or just a really lovely sound, whatever, as long as it's not doof 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 doof, because I don't think that vibration will work. But something peaceful, and to sit and to stroke them and tell them how much you love them, how grateful you are for them, that they've come into your life, because dogs and animals and pets, they truly open your heart chakra. They're, it's, animals are half a joke, but it's like when you get an animal, it's like you suddenly find the love you've always wanted and dreamed of. Not to put down any our relationships or anything like that, but animals are, I believe, a gift from God. It's a gift of love, and they come into our lives, and they uplift our spirits, and they just give you this unconditional love, and they put their full trust in us. I mean, just think about, if you get a puppy, or even if you adopt a dog that's older, or a dog comes into your life, just think about how vulnerable they are. They are truly at the mercy of your kindness, truly just at the mercy of when you want to walk them, when you want to feed them, if you're going to be kind to them. Just thinking about it, just the sheer vulnerability that they have, that we all have when we first come into the world as children, and then we grow up, and we're at the mercy and at the kindness of others. And when you think about, that, how much more of an obligation do we have to do our very best to, take care of them, and to be kind to them, and to really not just see them as something that's for us to use, or that just brings us joy, but to kind of, have gratitude, and to be thankful, and to see what can we do for them. Like, yes, they bring us so much love, and it's unconditional, but looking deeply to see what it is that makes them happy, what it is that stresses them out. Because just because you don't notice it, if you don't notice it, doesn't mean it's not happening. And sometimes our lives are so busy, and we're rushing around, and we're caught up in our thoughts, and we're caught up on what's going on with ourselves. We sometimes don't just see how our pet or animal is really doing. So one of the things that I recommended to my friend was playing music in the home, and taking some time in the morning, and in the day, or at the end of the day, to just sit with him, and to stroke him, and just to tell him, I could say, Luigi, thank you so much for coming into my life. I'm so deeply grateful. You've opened my heart in a way I never could have understood, and words could never express how much you mean to me. I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful, and I just love you. I really, really love you. I want you to feel happy here. I want you to be peaceful. You're just my best friend. And just to kind of, that probably sounded really weird, but just to take that time to do that.